If you want to know what the TV series Gentleman is about, or simply refresh your memory, I've prepared a brief retelling for you. Let's go. Eddie serves in the UN forces. One day he learns that his father, the Duke of Great Britain, is on his deathbed, so he returns to his family estate. After the funeral, the will is revealed. Ideally, the entire fortune and title should have gone to Freddie, the eldest son, but his father bequeathed everything to Eddie instead. The family is shocked, but soon realizes that this decision is fair, as Freddie, a drug addict, would have quickly squandered the inheritance. Later, Freddie reveals he is in debt. He owes gangsters £8 million and must pay them back within 2 weeks or face dire consequences. Eddie scrambles to gather the money when a woman named Susie contacts him. She reveals a business arrangement she had with Eddie's father involving a hidden plantation beneath the stables, growing illegal plants. They have 13 such plantations, all located on other lords' estates. Realizing the business's dangers but needing the money, Eddie confides in Susie about his brother's predicament, and she promises to help. Susie negotiates with the gangster Tommy, to whom Freddie owes money, convincing him to make concessions under humiliating conditions for Freddie. However, during a video shoot meant to fulfill these conditions, Freddie snaps and kills Tommy. Fearing reprisal from Tommy's dangerous backers, Eddie and Susie fabricate a cover story. Eddie is approached by Stanley, a powerful drug dealer interested in buying his estate at an inflated price. Suspecting Stanley's motives, Eddie refuses the offer. Eddie then meets Susie's father, Bobby, who runs the entire operation from an elite prison. Eddie expresses his desire to exit the business, proposing a deal to increase their profits and vacate his land within a year. Bobby agrees, but he has other plans. A complication arises when Jimmy, transporting a shipment for Susie, is robbed by a beautiful girl and her accomplice. Susie negotiates with her clients for time, promising an expensive stolen car as a goodwill gesture. The plan involves Eddie and his brother pretending to be wealthy buyers. They manage to steal the car, but Freddie is caught, revealing they were set up to steal illegal substances hidden in the car. The car's owners, linked to the Colombian mafia, pose a new threat, but the situation is eventually resolved. Meanwhile, we see the girl who stole the weed van, along with her accomplice, burning the vehicle with the goods inside. Eddie continues seeking ways to expand the business to eventually remove the plantation from his property. He learns that Lord Max is facing financial difficulties and offers to host a plantation on his land in exchange for eliminating compromising material found on him. However, they discover Max's obsession with Hitler, leading to a confrontation where Eddie is forced to take drastic actions. At this time, Eddie's mother learns from Jeff, the estate's caretaker, about a way to acquire additional land for the plantation. While the heroes haven't succeeded yet, she manages to negotiate with the neighbors, aiding her son. Susie faces another issue. Exporting goods abroad is fraught with difficulties. The local official demands too large a cut, and Susie refuses to comply. Coincidentally, gypsies steal a generator from the plantation, prompting Eddie to devise a plan. Aware of their business, the heroes offer the nomads employment. They'll be paid to smuggle the goods abroad using their routes. The plan operates flawlessly, except it's revealed that an influential person orchestrated the export problem to sabotage the heroes' business. Susie discovers that several million pounds have been stolen from the vault. All suspicion initially falls on the gypsies, but Eddie suspects otherwise. Confronting the corrupt official and poisoning him, they extract the name of the betrayer in their midst, and subsequently deal with the traitor. Eddie then learns that Susie and her father intend to keep him entangled in their dealings indefinitely. Realizing the need for caution, he begins formulating a plan to extricate himself from this predicament. Susie informs Eddie that he can only exit the deal after laundering the $15 million he's earned, which will take several months. Reluctantly, Eddie agrees, and she introduces him to her money launderer. Eddie quickly realizes Susie orchestrated a delay in the fund's withdrawal and starts operating behind her back. He enlists Collins, who promises swift money laundering, and reconnects with Stanley, seeking a safe way out of the deal. In return, Stanley only requests a list of estates harboring other plantations. Meanwhile, Susie's brother is gravely injured in a rigged fight organized by Collins, serving as a grim warning. Collins demands Susie's entire business, threatening war otherwise. In retaliation, Susie orders a hit on Collins's men, prompting her father, Bobby, to attempt negotiation. Simultaneously, Eddie and his brother uncover the names of lords involved in the plantation scheme, nearly losing their lives in the process. They also discover that the head nerd continues seeing the girl who stole the weed van, unaware of her role in their troubles. Eventually, they learn Stanley is orchestrating their downfall, manipulating events to his advantage. Torn between two dangerous factions, Eddie devises a plan, but keeps it from Susie, choosing instead to approach her father, Bobby. Amidst this turmoil, the main character's sister returns to the estate, pregnant, revealing an unexpected connection to Geoff, the groundskeeper. Susie suspects Eddie's secret dealings with Stanley and reveals to the thugs the truth about Tommy's death. Yet, Bobby intervenes, highlighting Eddie's importance to a larger scheme. The protagonists visit Bobby in prison, where he announces his intention to sell his business via auction. The auction draws interest from various parties, including Stanley, the Russians, and the Colombians, leaving Susie disheartened by her father's unilateral decision. Amidst this, Eddie realizes his affinity for the thrill of the business and decides to bid. He persuades other lords and even Collins to invest, ensuring a stake in the operation for all, and questions Susie about her willingness to continue their partnership. The day the auction results are announced, Eddie claims that Stanley won. However, it turns out the heroes managed to uncover documents confirming Stanley's involvement in financial fraud, leading to his account being frozen and his subsequent imprisonment. Next on the list are the Russians, but Eddie has already conspired with the Colombians to eliminate the race's leaders. The Colombians are then taken out by Collins, who is executed by the heroes for his actions against Susie's brother. Back at Bobby's, they discover that he never intended to sell his business to anyone. It was all a test of the heroes' determination to achieve their goals. The test is deemed a success, and now Eddie and Susie are set to take over the plantation operations. This marks the end of the first season. That was a brief paraphrase of The Gentleman. If you liked the video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.